Hello, my name is Sam, and I am unofficially the biggest massage therapist in the world. At 6'10" and 350 pounds, I have developed some unique talents and techniques with massage, and today I'd like to show you some of those massage techniques. What you've done beforehand is you prepared some hot wet towels, and then this is a typical towel caddy. You just turn it on before the massage. Sometimes you may have 1, 2, 4, 5 clients throughout the day, so you want to prepare enough. Usually in the towel caddy I use, I can prepare up to 20 hot wet towels, and that way they're ready for all the massages. And then what you do is while you're massaging, it's okay, just step away from the massage. Let them know that you're going to be getting a hot wet towel at the beginning. That's all you really need to do, because then from then on they'll know that you're just getting a hot wet towel ready. It's going to be hot, so just kind of air it out, and then just fold it to the proportion of the body you're going to use it on. If you're going to use it on the hamstrings, if you're going to use it on the back, how you're going to use it, and then just place it on the body and then massage with the hot wet towel. And then when you're done, just discard it on the ground. With my massage techniques, and this is for an hour or 90 minutes, I like to divide the body up into the upper half and the lower half. Now, starting with the upper half, I like to start small and then build with the massage. So for instance, I start with the scalp, gently massaging the scalp, building up right here, take the sides, gently scratch, and then pull. Go to the top of the forehead. Go down slowly, giving good pressure up through the scalp to the top of the head, and then pulling out. And then go down to the base of the skull and the top of the neck, and give good pressure, finding knots along the way, and then just gently massage. Work your way down in a rolling fashion with your fingers. Keep working your way down to the base of the neck, and then pull, coming up over the ears, the base of the scalp, and then massage. So what you're doing is you're building a foundation with massage. You're starting small and building. And then repeat it. And then add in a different technique. Massage the side of the cheeks. Go through, pull. Go back to the base of the skull, top of the neck. Massage. Pull through. Now, take the trapezius muscles, slide your hand underneath, and pull the trapezius muscles, and then what you'll do is you'll find a couple of knots on each side, and you want to gently push in, ease your way into those knots. Those are big headache muscle knots, and people really enjoy having that area massaged. And depending on the pain tolerance of your client, you can go deeper, or you need to keep it light. You need to watch what they're doing. If it looks like they're in pain, back off. You can always ask them how they're doing. And then gently pull. Pull the trapezius muscles. Come back. Go through the neck. And then so we're continually building the massage. And then what you want to do is take the arms, place them by the side, and reach, pull up, come to the trapezius, go back, find those knots again, and push. Pull the trapezius, come back up through the neck, massage the scalp. Take your hands, place them at the base of the back of the head and the base of the skull, and then raise it up. Take your fingers, put them here at the base of the skull on each side. You can relax your head, and then pull. Come through. So with the hands, come through, continually building with the massage. So now what we've done is we've built a foundation with the massage. We started small and we've kind of built up. We started with the scalp, the neck, the trapezius, and then the hands and arms, and we brought that up, bringing it through. Now what you want to do is incorporate the pec muscles, stretch those out, give good pressure, push them out, go through the arms and hands, come back up, trapezius, pinch that a little bit, go up through the neck. And then now that you've put oil on your hands, what you want to do is try and avoid touching the hair of the face as much as possible. And then go through, you've built that foundation. And then you really want to get things going. You want to get the blood flowing, push out some of those toxins. Just kind of let your body flow with the massage. There's no really specific way to do it. Just kind of go where your hands take you. Follow the curves, the angles. Push. Give good pressure. Don't push too hard. Don't go too soft. And just kind of work those muscles. Roll your hands. Go through. Find knots as you go along. Work in specific areas. And you just really want to get things going, because now you've kind of built up a little bit to the big finish with the upper half of the body. Working that. And then what you want to do now is get the oil, rub it on your forearms and your hands, get it nice and warm, and then you want to reach underneath the body, following along the spine, reach as far as you can, and then push up. Follow those erector muscles. Really slow, getting a good stretch on those muscles. Pull all the way through the trapezius, following up through the neck. Go nice and slow. Push that out. Arms, hands. Bring it back up. Go through the pec muscles again. Really get things flowing. Massage as you go along. Work out some of those knots. Go through. Go back under. Go as far as you can. Pull. Stretch out that back. Trapezius. There you go. And then you've built that up as you go along with the massage. You started small, and you're now incorporating the upper half of the body. And then now with this technique, you want to put your hands underneath, between the scapulas, and then just pause for a moment, and then raise up. So the body goes up in the air. And then take your thumbs and just massage along in the rhomboids, finding those knots, and just kind of stretch it out. Stretch out those muscles. And then grab it right here and find those knots again. Push on them, kind of hold that. And then what you want to do is slowly bring it up. Trapezius. And then stretch out that neck. Pulling. Pause for a moment. And just work out those muscles. And then so what you did, started at the scalp, massaging the scalp, the neck, you broke that down into the trapezius, you massaged the pecs, the arms, so you started it, you built the foundation, and then with the big finish you're incorporating all of the upper body. with my massage, what I've learned to do and actually like to do is incorporate hot wet towels. The first technique I'd like to show you is where after I've built that foundation with the massage and went through the upper half of the body, I like to take a hot wet towel and place it underneath the neck. So I take a dry towel, fold it over my leg like this, and then I take a hot wet towel, which I've been keeping in a towel caddy, and I fold it 3 times like that, place it over the dry towel, take it on the side here, and then what you do is with the hot wet towel, you can wipe off your hands too, any oil or lotion that you've built up, and then take the head, and then take that towel, place it under there, and then try and pull the hair back so it doesn't get caught, and then lower their head. And then what you want to do is, because now you've got this hot wet towel, you can massage with that. You can massage into the pecs, you kind of push those shoulders down, and the heat just feels really nice on the client. Massage into the pecs. Trying to avoid touching the sheets though, because it does get a little bit cold, they get wet, and then they kind of cool off, so you just want to stretch that out, pull on the pecs, massage into the shoulders with the hot wet towel, like that. And then what you want to do is take it while it's still warm. You've got about a minute or so before it kind of starts to cool off. So then you want to take that and just massage the hot wet towel into the neck. Just feeling for any knots, any things that can get worked out. And then you want to take the base of the skull and just pull. Just pull with that hot wet towel. Just kind of move it around a little bit. And then what you can do is you can place the hot wet towel like that so that it can be relaxing the neck with the muscles, and then take another hot wet towel, and you've worked with the pectoralis muscles, just fold that again and then place it over the pec muscles, and then just kind of stretch that out. So the nice thing about towels is you can kind of give your hands a little bit rest while you're still massaging, and then the client feels that heat, so they feel as though, you know, they're still getting relaxed, and you can take that time and just kind of stretch those muscles out. And then you can place them in different parts of the body, but then you always want to remember that you have a time limit with these towels. And then take that off, kind of wipe any oil or lotions. Take that towel and just pull it out, and then you can just set them on the ground when you're done. And then so we've got this towel here. We started with the neck, moved on to the pectoralis muscles, and then if you want, you can always ask your client though to make sure that they want hot wet towels. Next you can move on to the face, and you always want to tell them you're going to feel some heat on whatever part of the body you're going to next. So you'll feel some heat on your face, put it over the eyes, and then fold it like this, leaving breathing for the nose and then the mouth as well. And then you can just kind of massage gently, just giving the good heat, and make sure it's not too hot. You want to cool it off a little bit. And then, for instance, you can take and remove that towel and then massage. And then what you could do, for instance, if you're leaving this on, massage to the arm. You could come over, you know, and just go up and down, massaging the deltoids, down like that. You can also take the hot wet towels, and what you want to do is after you've taken out of the towel caddy, kind of just air it out a little bit, and then test it on your arm. And then, for instance, you could just set the towel like that and just stretch that out. And then you can move on, incorporating that into your massage, and just go back. You can massage the neck again, because what happens is the hot wet towel, through the heat, it kind of loosens the muscles a little bit, relaxes them, so you can get into those knots a little bit better, things of that sort. And then you can go back, and then after you've used the hot wet towels, and then you can just become creative, kind of do your own thing. And then if you want to finish it off, you can kind of go with that big finish again, arms, hands, pecs, underneath. Just going through, doing the Swedish massage, very flowing. And then that takes the upper half of the body. Now, moving on to the arms, what you can do is just get very flowing Swedish massage techniques, just kind of pull that arm a little bit, stretching out the trapezius muscles, scalenes, just kind of pull, let it go back, gently pull, and then massage through to the hands. And just keep it very flowing, just very smooth, just kind of keep going, let your body just go with the massage. And then you can take the arm, just kind of push here, pull up, and then just massage with your thumbs, through your fingers. And then make the massage very complete. Follow through. You know, you always want to be pulling, you don't want to stop halfway. Just make it follow through, make it complete. And then also what you can do, take the arm, rest it, take a hot wet towel, air it out a little bit, and then just take the hands and just kind of fold it over and then massage with the hot wet towel. Just kind of push that through. Take that out. And then also one thing I like to do with my massages is range of motion. You can take your hand, place it, pull the arm up, place it on the rhomboids underneath the scapula. And then what you want to do is just kind of move the arm. For instance, if you have somebody who works with computers, or maybe they play tennis, something like that, you can take your client and then kind of do those motions. You can also have them do the motions as well. And just take that, hold it in different positions, find the knots. And just kind of work that around. Just use your imagination, different things, just kind of pull them up, side. And then what you can do, take the arm, pull it to the side, and then find those knots. Take the trapezius, kind of pull it, and then push in with your thumb, and then just kind of move that around. You can pull the arm, stretch that out, and just try and work out those knots at different angles. And then pull, and follow through. And then next, when I do abdominal work, it's always important to ask the client if that's something that they would like. Always make sure before the massage, never just go ahead and start massaging the abdominal area. And then if it's okay with the client, what you want to do is take a towel, place it over like this, and then you want to have them hold the towel and then gently pull the sheet. While they're holding the towel. And then take the towel, fold it over like that, and then just have them rest their arms. And then just massage the abdominals, pulling in a clockwise position. Start out small, and then you can build using your forearms. And then what you can also do is go underneath and massage the lower back. Just kind of pull that. And then massage. And after you've massaged the stomach for a while, you just kind of use your imagination, do different things. Twist your hand, use your forearms, all that stuff. Take a hot wet towel, air it out a little bit, and then fold it. And then set it on the stomach. You can just kind of take your hand and just go in a clockwise position. I usually kind of use the belly button as a landmark and just go around that. And this will help finish out the upper body. And then what you can do is leave that towel right there. And then also, now that you've placed a hot wet towel, or a towel right there, you take another hot wet towel, place it over the pectoralis muscles, kind of stretch that out, and then what you can do is there's usually knots right along in here. Just kind of gently feel for those knots and push, and then you've wiped the oils or lotions, and what you can do Find those knots, push, take your hand, place it over the skull, and just gently massage while you're pushing on those knots. Just go like that. Give good pressure. And then what you do is you would switch sides and just work on the other side. And then what you can do is to finish that out, keep massaging and just kind of pull. And then go back to the abdominal. Take off the hot wet towel. Slide the arms underneath. Take the sheet and blanket. Pull that back over, and then what you've done is you've put their arms underneath the sheet and blanket, and then that'll help you move on to the legs. And then you take the towel and just gently slide that off, and then you're finished with the upper half of the body. So now that we've finished the upper half of the body on the front side, what you can do is move on to the legs. What I like to do, kind of start out, make sure also your time limits are working, that you have enough time. Just start out with some light compressions through the sheets, just kind of gently pressing. And then what I like to do with the massage all throughout is kind of do two things at once. So I can be pushing here, and then I can take the foot and then gently massage that. Use your reach. Work on that. Just kind of two different things at once. Kind of gives different sensations. And then just be massaging. Just some gentle compressions. Kind of get the legs used to being massaged. You can kind of do a little bit of Swedish. Just make sure you don't pull the sheet too hard. You can kind of hold it as well. And then just get that flowing. You can find different knots through the sheets. Also, it can, if you're running a little bit behind, if your client wants you to spend more time on the neck and shoulders, what you can do is massage through the sheets to help save a little bit of time, so you don't have to drape and undrape and all that stuff. You can just kind of work here, find those knots, kind of press on them, and you can start out slow and then kind of build up a little bit with your speed. That you can find some knots and just kind of get the whole body shaking and just kind of feel relaxing to have somebody else just kind of work on your legs and your body and just get that blood flowing too. And then if you're doing that, you can also massage the foot. Just kind of be doing two different things at once. You can get a lot more done too during the massage. Okay, and then if you have time, after you've worked through the sheets a little bit, and you don't have to start that way, and you just drape the client. And then make sure you tuck that in underneath. Right there. And then just kind of, you don't need to use any lotions or oils sometimes because you've got a little bit left on your hands anyway. And then you can just start massaging. And then you want to build a little bit. You can start with the quads and find some knots and just concentrate on that area, and then move to the lower part of the leg, to the foot, and just kind of push, find those knots. Go up, do the sweetest massage. Just get things flowing. Massage the feet a little bit. And then you want to start to build. You start incorporating more. Get that flowing. And then what I like to do is I mostly like to concentrate on the quads when I massage the legs. I think it feels the best. And then just start using both your hands. twist, and then incorporate your forearms. Go through like that. And then switch it up a little bit. You've done some Swedish, maybe work on some knots, kind of give it a break for a second. So then what you've done is you've started to build up with that. Started here, started working here, working on the feet, and then you kind of did some techniques to kind of show that something's coming. You've done that, and then what you want to do, and then build up to it. Go all the way through. Use your arms. Use your hands. And then just get that flowing. You can go fast, you can go slow. Just follow the curves of the body. Work on those muscles. And then you can kind of pull. Just stretch out those legs. Work with the ankles. Those warmed up. Stretch those out. And then while you're doing that, if you're stretching out the calf muscles, you can reach over, do something else. Massage the quads. You can be doing two different things at once. It's something interesting, something the client likes. You can shake things up a little bit. And then after you've massaged, kind of warm that up, you can take a hot, wet towel, kind of shake that out, and then just fold it to the size of the body part, wherever you're working on, quad, and just hold that. Just give good pressure. You can work on knots through the hot, wet towel. Hold that, and you can follow through. You can wipe off some of those oils or lotions, whatever you're using. Like that. Kind of working on the feet. People love hot, wet towels on the feet. And just massage. Using that heat relaxes the client. And then you can stretch with the hot, wet towel. And then you could also have another one ready. Work with the hot, wet towel. Leave that. Always remember that you kind of have a time restraint with the hot, wet towels. Place that there. Massage. Keep massaging the feet. And just work with that hot, wet towel. And then follow through. Make your techniques complete. And then just finish out nice and relaxing. Go through the quads, take your forearms. You can do it on the IT band. Just kind of work that out a little bit as you're going through the feet. Take your other hand, bring it back up. Using your forearm, cross, and then you just repeat the same thing on the other leg. Try to follow the same techniques you did, remember what you did, and then just go through. And then when you're done, draping, pull that over, also kind of finish it out, give different sensations. Massage through the sheet. Just make sure you don't pull too hard on the sheet. Take that, and you have a drape, and then you can finish out the massage as well. This, and then what I like to do is have some depultment. Take out a T-band, and then don't hit too hard, but you want to kind of give a. You can change it up. You can go slower. Faster, different angles, kind of take the side here, foot, go up and down the leg, and then what you want to do is when you finish the other leg, you can incorporate both legs. So you've kind of built up with the massage, Make sure you don't hit too hard, kind of pull up as you go. And then after you've done that for as long as you can, finish it out, pause, and just kind of gently place the hands, and then massage, and then follow through. So now that you've finished the front lower half of the body, and then you've also done the front upper half of the body, we're going to turn the client over. So what you want to do is remove the bolster, and then make sure the sheet and blanket are secure. Use that as a curtain. And you're going to turn this way. And then have them scoot up into the face rest.
No.
There. And then make sure they're comfortable. Is that okay for you? And then you want to take the bolster, place it underneath the ankles. And make sure that's comfortable. And then there's a couple different things you can do when having the client face down and then starting. If they have a lot of back problems and they want to work on more work on their back, but they also want their feet and legs incorporated into the massage, you can do is just kind of, after they turn over, just work on the back a little bit. Just be massaging that just through the sheets. Kind of push that out, stretch out those muscles. Just get things flowing. Massage the shoulders. And then if you've been using the hot wet towels, you won't have as much oil on your hands or lotion. Kind of massage the scalp, or if you do, you can just pull that up over and then massage. And then you can be doing two different things at a time. Massage the scalp, kind of find some knots along the lower back, into the upper glutes. A lot of knots in here on runners, athletes. Work on those knots. So then you're working on those, and then just be massaging. And just kind of massage them out. Massage the body. Got the arms to incorporate as well. You can just kind of push, just stretch out the body. Take your hands, place it at the rhomboids. Just kind of push. Go the opposite way. Push. Just stretch that out. And then also, if you wanted to, while you're working on the legs, you can just go like that, undrape the back, take a hot wet towel, you've aired it out, place it on the back. Try to avoid touching the sheet as much as possible because it does make it cold. Take a dry towel, place that over. That helps retain the heat. Just kind of work that in a little bit. Stretch it out, and then put the sheet and blanket back over. And then what you've got is you've got the heat working on the muscles, and you can just kind of push that. And then you also have a time restraint, so remember that you place that towel there. And then what I like to do is I like to work on both the feet and calves at the same time. Kind of shakes things up a little bit, gives different sensations, and then just make sure that that's tucked in. Make sure the client feels comfortable. Make sure that's solid draping. And then you want to build. Now we're working on the bottom lower half, and just kind of pull. You can just do different things. Just start out small. Massage the calves. And then what you always want to be doing is building to something. I like to build, I like to start that foundation small, and then give clues throughout the massage that something bigger is coming, that you want to just work that. find the knots. You know, make sure you're always keeping track of time so that you're not going to run out and then not have enough time for the back. Just kind of pull. And just massage the feet. Just find knots. That's just one thing you want to do. Is everybody's body is a little bit different, so you just want to find the areas that their body needs to work on. Just kind of follow your intuition. Just feel around. And so you're massaging both the feet at the same time, just kind of following the same on both. Both hands are doing the same thing. And then just work with the toes, just kind of push those. And then you can do this without lotions or oils to start off with. And then, now that you've done that, you can kind of start to incorporate both. And then you want to get some oil, your arms, go through. You can always follow through if you can, going between the toes. Sometimes your client will be ticklish. Just be aware of that if they kind of jolt or something. And then you're kind of giving clues that something bigger is coming. You're building up to that. Swedish. You can do a little trigger point. Just kind of find those. Work on those knots. Pull through. And then so you've built that foundation. You've kind of started incorporating all the parts of the lower part of the leg, the calves and the feet. And then what you want to do is take your hands, go through the feet like that, up the calves, just kind of bring them over, use your fingers from underneath, and then you've completed that now. You've built, going through, you can go fast, you can go slow, change it up. We're in circles, feet, just work out those muscles. And then after you've done that, take your hand, you do 1 foot at a time, just kind of hold it like that. Take your knuckles and just kind of push through. Do different things. Take your fingers, go through, use your forearms, pull through, massaging the toes, and then just kind of work on that leg. And then repeat. And then you also want to go with the big finish again. Come back through, come up, over, follow through. Go really slow, kind of give good pressure. And then just do different massage techniques. Just kind of let your body flow. Think of the body as like a palette and you're the artist, and then you just want to give the client the best sensation you can that this is a work of art. You're making the client feel relaxed, happy, rejuvenated. And then I like to use hot, wet towels on both the feet. So you have 2 hot, wet towels, and then what you want to do is take a dry towel. You want to take the dry towel, set that off to the side. Take 1 towel like this. Place it over the foot. Make sure it's cooled off just a little bit, but you still have enough heat. And then pull, and then tuck that underneath, and set it down. So, taking the hot wet towel, place it over the foot, grab the heel back here, and just pull up, and then quickly just go under. And then on the other side as well. And then just push. Just use that heat to your advantage, relaxes the client, and just keep working out those knots. You can pull, massage the ankles, find little knots back in here. And then what you've done is you've had that hot wet towel. You can use these towels, they can stay there. You just lift it up a little bit, and then pull that out. Go back to the feet and just kind of do different massages. Get underneath, pull, work on that, and then remember which one you did first. Fold it over like that, massage, so you're just taking it and then just pull through, and then repeat on the other side as well. And then what you want to be aware of is, because the sheet has gotten wet, what you want to do is take the feet, you take the dry towel, place it like this, take the feet and just kind of put them like that, and you hold them in your hand, and then you just place the dry towel like that, set it there, and then what you can do is just massage the toes, kind of dry that off a little bit so they don't get cold. Massage, go underneath, just kind of dry that off, and then you leave the towel there, and then that way the client doesn't feel the wetness from the sheet. And then just kind of finish out the massage. And then what you can do, pull the sheet back down and massage through the sheet. Work on the calves. And then what this can do is this can lead into working to the upper calf, the hamstrings back here. And then you can start to incorporate that. You can lean a little bit. Just work on that. Push down on the feet, just kind of do some compression work, and then we move on to the hamstrings. Depending on time, you can work through the sheets if you choose to. Just kind of give some compressions, feel where some knots are. Kind of work into the upper glutes, lower back. Incorporate that. So then if you have just worked on the feet and the calves to start with, when you're working with the hamstring, what you can do is act like you're going to drape the full leg. Like this. And just kind of tuck that underneath, just exposing the hamstring. And then, because you just worked on the calf, cover the calf back up, grab some oil, and then you can just work on the hamstring. Just kind of massage that out. IT band, work on that. Just make it very flowing. And then if it's too difficult to work on both the feet and the calves at the same time, what you can do is then when you drape this, and then you just start out with the full leg. Just kind of start massaging an area, and then I like to start with a small foundation. Just kind of work out some of those knots. And then you can just kind of do some of the techniques you did in the front of the legs. Just working, always kind of building, showing that something more complete and longer strokes and techniques are coming. And you can go through, do like a snake technique, come along through the foot like this, over the calves, watch out for the back of the leg right here, and then go up and through like that. Just massage, find the knots. Get that blood flowing, work out those toxins. And then also you can use hot wet towels. Just kind of shake that out a little bit. And then you can either work in parts of the body. You can just work on the hamstrings. Just kind of push with the towel. Just to relax, and you can just kind of move it a little bit, just kind of rub it around. You can work through, push on those knots, or you can take the towel and then use full length of it. And then if you're using towels, just kind of ones that can cover parts of the body, make sure they're a good length and size. And then try and keep them in good condition, because the more you use them, the less heat it'll retain, because they kind of get thin. And just stretch that out. Just stretch out those muscles. Push. Just massage through using the heat. And then you can just wipe off some of those oils and lotions. And then through the feet. And then now that we're done legs, just take that through, over. You can massage through the sheet. Blanket. And then you can start incorporating the full body and then kind of ease your way into the back. Take it. That, you can go up the arm, shoulder, through the glutes, hamstrings, calves. That way you're leading into something that you can know what to expect. Now that we've finished the legs and working with the legs, you kind of want to incorporate the back now into that. You've bled into it, you've built that foundation, and then built that up. Because with me and my size and my height, I like to just use the whole body. You just get everything flowing. Now you've kind of gone through the massage, you've worked the upper half of the body, the lower half on the front, turn the client over, you've worked the feet and the calves, the hamstrings, and you can just kind of now use the entire body, and then you make sure though that you want to finish with the back. You massage through the sheets. Do some deployment work. Just kind of start on one side of the leg. Use different speeds. You never want to hit too hard though. Change it up. Work with the feet. To open hand, just kind of use your palm. Different speeds. You can go lighter. And then you can start do this on the other side, and after you've done that, you can incorporate both sides. And then what you're doing is you're giving different sensations. You're getting that blood flowing, kind of changing up the massage. If you've done some Swedish, if you've done some trigger point, if you've done any stretching. So that you've done that, and then kind of speed it up a little bit, make it just a little bit harder, kind of get that full body effect. Stop, and it'll kind of tingle a little bit, and then just compress. Change it up, relax. Relax the client. You can kind of take a rest for a minute. Very flowing. That. Follow through. So you got the arms and the hands, side of the legs. Use the whole body. And then if your client's a little bit taller and you're just a little bit shorter, you can just kind of move with that. Move where you need to. Be active. You can be getting your own exercise while you're doing this, burning calories, different things like that, too, that can help you. So now we've built that foundation from the legs and then led into the back now. And then just drape like so. And you can just kind of ease into the back. Some compressions. You did some depultment, you got that blood flowing, it's kind of a little bit quicker, faster, a little bit more exciting, and then you just kind of slow it down, relax the client. And then at any time, just feel free to use hot wet towels, just different techniques, different styles. You can choose to work on some knots, just kind of push, pick a side, and then if a client does have a side that's worse than the other, start with the unaffected side, kind of feel the difference, switch over to the affected side, and just really work on those knots too. I think sometimes when giving a massage we can forget just that sometimes it feels good just to have those knots pushed on, and clients really enjoy that. Just kind of work it around. You can hold that. And then make sure not to overuse certain parts. If you're using your thumb too much, switch it up, use your fingers. Just kind of knead that. Just kind of push and hold it. And then you can do all this without oils or lotions. You're just kind of working on some of those knots. And then make sure not to go too deep right away. You want to warm up the muscles. And you can just kind of push and stretch. Stretch that out. Work along the spine. You got the erector muscles. The rhomboids are a big spot for knots. And then also, you have access to those knots right here. The base of the neck. And kind of just underneath the trapezius muscle, you just kind of pull, feel where those are. And then just kind of pull with your fingers. Just working on those muscles. Stretch that out. You got the lat muscles. You can incorporate the arms as well. And then just repeat what you've done on one side. Just repeat it with the other. And then after you've worked on some of those muscles, what you can do is get a hot wet towel. You usually have a caddy nearby. Air it out a little bit. And then you can divide the body into different parts. You got the lower half, upper half. Some people have more problems with their lower back than they do in the shoulders and neck. And just pay attention to what the client wants and what they say. So you can work with the upper half first. You take the hot wet towel, make sure it's not too hot. Just kind of press and stretch. And then take the shoulders and just work it. Just work those muscles. Use your fingers and your thumbs. You're using every part of your hand. You're kind of pushing, pulling, you're stretching. Just find where those knots are and just try and work on them. Just massage, stretch, pull. Take your thumb and just kind of work on that. You're using the heat to your advantage. And with the towel, it also can give you some traction as well, so you can kind of stretch a little bit better than you could if you were just using your hands without, you can get it in there And then with the wet towel, it allows you to pull a little bit better from different angles. Okay, so after you've done that upper half, take the lower half and fold it. Just kind of work on some of those muscles. Kind of using the lats, the subscap back up in here. And then you can move the towel to where you need. Just kind of stretch that out. And you can also take the towel a long way, like that, and then so you got the towel placed, and then what you can do is pull it like this, so you get a little room to work with, kind of over the spine. Take your forearms, just kind of press on the body, and then you can just pull that. Just pull it, and then it gives the sensation of a release with the muscles that you're getting those knots out, you're getting that tightness. So just pull the towel a little bit, you got a little bit of room to work with. Just kind of rock back and forth. Use that heat, and then just slow. Just stretch that out. So just for show right here, the spine was right here, you just kind of go and just pull that. You can do as many times as you want. And then also, if you wanted to incorporate the glutes, what you could do is take a hot wet towel, place it like that, take a dry towel and set it over that, and then what you can do is just slide that underneath. And then that gets into the glutes, and then you can work through the sheets. Just kind of press. Work the heat into the glutes like that. Just kind of push. A lot of knots up and through here, especially if you're working on athletes. Just push. Just relax the client. Massage the different sides. And then what you can do is just let that rest, and then the heat is working, then you can go back to the upper half of the body. The heat is working on the lower back, upper glutes. And then you can just be pressing, working out those knots. Move on to the neck. Work into that. Just kind of roll through the scalenes. Just work out some of those knots. And then what you can do is, this is a good way to work again on those. So you've kind of switched it up, and then you're also building because you've worked on different parts of the body. You worked on the upper half, the lower half, up into the glutes right here. And so you've worked on individual parts, and then you can start to incorporate the massage. So after you have that heat working, just pull that out. And then you just got the full body. Just get all that going. Use your forearms. So start at the lower back and just pull with your fingers along the spine, the erectors. Follow that nice and slow. You get to the shoulders, just kind of pull those rhomboids. Just stretch out. Work it back down. Work one full side. We'll move on to the other. Just get all that flowing. Follow through. And then you can kind of build up and then work on a specific area again. Go back to the shoulder and neck, because those are big knots right here in a lot of people. They really like to have those worked out. It can help relieve a lot of tension and pressure. And then just work on those. Just massage. And then what you can do also, take 2 hot wet towels, fold it like so, place it at the shoulder, and then right here, tuck it underneath if you want. You got one side, take another hot wet towel, fold it, place it at the shoulder, and now you've got, instead of using the towel where you pulled up, now you've got 2 individual towels, and you can just kind of work it like so, just pull on one, push on the other, and just work up the back, go back down. And then you can also take your forearms, place them, give a little bit of pressure, just kind of relax your hands sometimes, and then just pull. Just kind of stretch those out, bring them back in, and then now you've got them on the shoulders as well. Just start working the shoulders and the rhomboids. Find those knots. And go back, change it up a little bit. Let's do a little depultment. Although those, if you do depultment with the hot wet towels, it'll cool it off a little bit faster. And just kind of massage wherever the client needs it. Work in those areas. And you just take the towels and just pull them off. And then just kind of finish it out a little bit. To end the massage, if you have time, usually this is good with a 90-minute massage. With 60 minutes, it can be a little bit tougher, but you can make it work. Is I do like to work with one full side of the body at a time. So you've got the client, you finish their back, and then just meet at the end of the massage. Then you've got the whole body to work with. And then you use your oil or lotion, whatever you're using. And then just go up through the shoulder, along the body, just kind of moving slow. Just kind of snake it through calves, kind of bring it back, and then go through the foot. And then what you can do is just start moving with that. Up, down. Move with the client if you need to, because if they're a little bit taller. And then just massage all the way through. Use the full body. And then what I like to do is to finish that, start at the shoulder, just kind of grab that, find a knot, work on that knot, and take your hand and just go all the way down, reach as far as you can. If you can reach the foot, just do that, and just massage the foot and the shoulder. 2 different things. Kind of push on this, find a knot, push on it, do some trigger point, things like that. Work with the foot. 2 different styles. Switch up into the calves. You're holding that in the shoulder. Work on the foot. Switch it up. Find a knot on the foot, and then start working with the shoulder. Just massaging. Use your whole hand. You can use thumb, palms, just push. And then kind of bring it back together again. Work with the same techniques. And then what you're going to do is you're going to start at the same time and bring it to the hip glute region, and then just kind of follow it out. Bring it up. Use the full body. And then after you've massaged and done different techniques and styles, you can do whatever you want. Take the hot wet towel, fold it. More of the relaxation part, you really worked out some of those knots. You've given the client the pressure that they like. If they want deep tissue, if they want to keep it lighter, do that. Work into the glutes. Just kind of use that towel, push it, and then this way you're wiping off any oils and lotions as well. Through, just massage. Through, you can take the hot wet towel and just kind of go up and down. So you've done that, and what you want to do is have a dry towel nearby, and then just take the dry towel, usually starting at the hands, because sometimes if you start at the feet, sometimes they might be aware of that and might not like it going up. So start at the hands, just take that dry towel, and then just dry that off. There. And then sheet and towel, and then you can kind of do some compression work using the full body. Again, you can massage the foot, go up, massage the shoulder, do some of those similar techniques but just the lighter style of them, a little bit less pressure. And then take that. And then, of course, you'd repeat that on the other side, doing some of the similar techniques that you've done. And then I usually like to do both sides, full body, to really end the massage. So you kind of take the arms, you go up, really get that flowing. That. And then just kind of go like that. Massage the feet. Really working that. Just get everything flowing, make it complete, just kind of follow through. Move if you need to. I usually can get by with just standing in one area. And then you can scratch. Work with the feet, just kind of light, start out lighter. You don't need to go so hard. Working with your calves. And then just do what's comfortable for you, kind of speed, what your coordination level is, different stuff like that. Because it can take a little bit of time to build up endurance. And then, like I showed earlier, you just use the full body. You can come up to here, just work on the back for a little bit. The shoulders here, just be careful not to hit the spine. Work on the sides. Maybe a little bit with the arms and hands. And then just take it down, make sure not to hit any engagement sites. And then pause. And then just kind of complete the massage. Slow. And then what I like to do is just near the very end, just go like this. Take a hot wet towel, fold it up, and then just make sure it's comfortable for him, place of the neck, massage, and then cover him back up. And And then just let them know that they can take the time that they need. You're just going to leave that towel around their neck. And just tell them to get up slowly, because they may be a little bit dizzy. And then, usually if you've given massage to a person several times, you really don't need to say anything because they know your style. And then you can just end the massage. And then that's how you use hot wet towels throughout the massage. Different styles, techniques. If you're a little bit taller, use it to your advantage. Use the whole body. Just foot, shoulders, everything. And then build up. It's important to build up because you've worked with different parts of the body, and then at the end you just kind of incorporate it all. You've worked all that out, and then the client is feeling relaxed, refreshed. And then you just end the massage. MassageNerd.com. Rep it out. MassageNerd.com. It's as easy as pie. For more information, you can go to MassageNerd.com or else.